In this video, I'll show you 3 ways to create a dynamic calendar in Excel using templates, formulas, and free add-ins. By the end of the video, you'll have made full-page calendars like these by month, as well as dynamic calendars where you can change the month, the year, and even the week number. Let's get into it. The first method is using Excel's built-in templates, which surprisingly few people know about. Let's take a look over here. As you can see, we just have a plain Excel file, and we want to go over to File under New here. And you'll see that towards the bottom, we have a ton of different online templates that are being suggested. So for example, we have a Gantt chart, we have an invoice, and much more. And here, the one we want to look for is a calendar. So we're just gonna search for that here and hit enter. And you can see how Excel has a ton of different templates for calendars specifically. Let's say we go with this third one over here. So we can click on that once. And from there, we'll go to create. You can see that this creates 12 different tabs for each of the months. And right here to the side, we can change things. In this case, we're in 2024, so we'll type that. And you can see how all of these tabs have changed, not just the January one, but all the other ones as well. And then this bottom part here is in case we want to start the week on a Sunday. You'll see how that changes versus a Monday. Finally, if I want to add certain comments within a date, I can do that. Like on Friday, I could say I'm on holiday, like so. And you can see this is a separate row, so the comments are on separate rows such that they don't conflict with the dates. Overall, these templates are a super quick and easy method, but in my opinion, they're not my favorite simply because they generate 12 different tabs and they're also quite big, so it's not like you can be working on other stuff here to the side because this doesn't really go unnoticed. So instead of the built-in templates, let's take a look at a second method, which is using formulas. For this, we'll start with a blank Excel file and create the calendar ourselves. So it's going to have the month here, let's say it's June, and over here I might say it's 2024. Right below it, I could have the week here and then the days, so Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. I realize that the formatting isn't looking too great just yet, but bear with me as we'll work on making it work first, and then we'll work on the formatting after. So right in here, we should have all the different numbers. And for this, we can use the equals sequence formula. Hit the tab key, and we're looking for 6 rows to accommodate for the entire month, comma, and we're looking for 7 columns to accommodate for the 7 days in a week. We'll close a parenthesis and hit enter. You can see what that looks like now. While this gives us all of the date numbers, it doesn't necessarily mean that a Monday is going to be the 1st of June. In fact, the 1st of June is a Saturday, so this isn't quite right yet. To go about correcting this, we're going to have to get a bit creative with date formulas. So over here to the side, we're just going to type the 1st of June 2024. So that would be the 1st, and we're just going to put an ampersand of June, ampersand again of 2024. This way, we're going to make everything dynamic. If we change this month here or this year, this side is going to change too. We know that June 1st is the day we're looking for, and we're just going to copy this small calculation we made with Control C. And down here, we want to find out what day of the week that June 1st is. We can do that with equals weekday as our function. The serial number is the calculation we just made, comma, and as the return type, we want Monday through to Sunday, so that's a 2. Close a parenthesis and hit enter. Now you can see we get a 6. And to find the difference between these two dates, which is going to determine what day that Monday is, it's equals to the June 1st minus all of these 6 and hit enter. Because of how this is calculated, we're just going to have to put a +1 at the very end, like so. And the 27th is the first Monday. We now know that Monday should be the 27th, and we know that the 1st of June should be on Saturday. So with that information, we can go inside of this calendar itself and make a few changes. So we'll put a comma key here, and then as our start, it's going to be the 1st of June like we calculated. So Control V right here for that calculation, and we'll put that in parentheses just so it gets separated correctly. And we need to subtract those 6 days plus 1. So it's going to be the weekday function that we used earlier. We're going to put that calculation inside, comma, and select that it's Monday through Sunday like we did. and at the end, just a +1 in here. And we can close the sequence formula entirely, hit enter there, and now we have all of this formatted incorrectly. So we'll just select that. I just did Control Shift down, Control Shift right, press Control 1 here for the formatting pop-up. That's the same thing as going right here. And we'll go to custom. And because we only want to see the day itself, so the day number, we can just put a D once. Click on OK there, and you can see what that looks like. It starts on the 27th, and on the 1st, it's going to be that Saturday. Right now, it's in the month of June, but we could change this to, let's say, August, and hit enter, and you'll see how everything moves dynamically. We can delete this part right here, as we don't need that anymore. And for the week itself, we want to calculate what week we're on relative to the entire year. For this, we can use the weeknum formula. Hit the tab key there, and the number is this Monday number, comma, and we want it returning on a Monday. Close the parenthesis and hit enter. You can see that this is the 31st week, and we can drag this all the way down. In fact, when we put January right here, it should say week 1. So we'll try that, and you can see it's working correctly. So we got the dates working correctly, and the next step is to format them. But before that, if you're interested in learning more about finance in Excel, or potentially even breaking into the finance industry, you can consider checking out our complete finance and valuation course, where you learn all of the essentials of accounting, finance, valuation, and financial modeling on Excel. In the course, we'll first cover financial statement analysis, using Apple's real annual report as an example. Then we'll get into financial modeling through a three-statement model on Apple. After that, we begin the valuation phase where you learn to do a discounted cash flow, a comparable company's valuation, and a precedent transactions valuation on Adobe, looking at their real financial statements to eventually derive a valuation range. Lastly, we'll show you how to present an investment thesis through a stock pitch format. We also have a ton of other courses on SQL, Power BI, financial accounting, and much more. So head over to the link in the description below for that. Alright, back to the video, and we can now format this calendar. The first thing we'll do is select all of these columns up here, right click under column width, and let's make this something like a size 3 and hit enter. Now hopefully that's looking a bit more like a calendar. We can merge and center these 3 cells, and that's just going to be the calendar month, and these 5 over here are going to be the year. Furthermore, let's add a header right here, so we can change this color to say a dark blue and a white font. We can also bolden with Control B. And for the week itself, as well as maybe the weekends, let's change the coloring here to something like a light gray, kind of like so they're a bit different. We can also add a border just on the week, as that's obviously not quite a date. Like for instance, a right border like so. And for these 2 dates, maybe we can change the coloring here to a dark blue and bolden them as well. Let me zoom in here so we can see things better. And finally, it would be nice to get a drop down for all of the different months available. For that, I'm just gonna type January over here to the side. And then I can drag this down from this side all the way to the month of December, and we'll create a drop-down list. So we'll go back inside the cell, head over to data, go to data validation right here, and we want a list. More specifically, it's going to be from here. This is going to be the list, so all of the months that we have just added, and click on OK. Now you can see that within this dropdown, we can change all of the months like so. Same thing goes with the years, you just have to do the same process, but I can also change it manually like that. Lastly, let's add a piece of conditional formatting so the current date gets highlighted. For this, we can just select on all the dates, Control Shift down, Control Shift right, head over to the Home tab, and under Conditional Formatting, we're going to create a new rule. That rule is going to be a formula, and it's simply going to say equals to this cell right here, which is C4, and I'm not gonna lock that, so I'm just gonna delete those $signs, is equals to today. We'll just put the today function in here. So if it's equals to today, then we want to change the fill color. Let's say we want to add an orange fill color like so, and click on OK. Now when I change this to say the month of June and 2024, I should be able to see today's date highlighted as is currently the case. How awesome is that? And if you struggled a bit to follow along, you can actually download the completed version completely for free using the link in the description below. The final method that we have available is actually a free add-in that's super easy to install. So let's take a look. All the way to the right hand side, you'll see this option for add-ins. We want to click on that and go to more add-ins on the bottom. From here, you'll see a ton of different options, and the one that we want to look for is a simple calendar, and hit enter. We'll use this mini calendar that you can find right here and click on add. Click on continue there, and now you should be able to see this calendar right here. As you can see, it kind of works like an image where you can move it around. You can even change the current month. And if you want a specific date in one cell, you can just click on it and you can see that that date gets added inside of that cell. There's further customization here, like for example, changing when the start day of the week is. As you can see there, the more you click, it keeps moving along all the way to starting on Sunday, let's say. We can also add the week number over here on the left hand side like so, and even change some of the colors as you can see right here. Those are 3 ways to create calendars in Excel, and if you want to learn even cooler Excel add-ins that are completely free, check out this video over here or take our Excel course over here. Hit the like and the subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next one.